hardest days. Hope still burns, it won't retire. This is me, my life rewired. I was broken, now I'm whole. Wrote new chapters for my soul. Not the end, just re-inspired. This is me, my life rewired.
Hi, I'm Rob,
And I'm Ashley, and I'm back.
and this is Life Rewired. And we're so thankful to have you with us today. And also, if you are new here, check out our website, myliferewired.com. We have a list of resources that are available to you anytime we come across something that we think is beneficial. We put it on there so you don't have to recreate the wheel. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. We love to hear your comments and feedback. If there's things that we can do that is more beneficial for you, the listener and viewer, we want to do that. We want this to be a program that is for the survivors and by the survivors. And we can only do that by hearing back from you. So keep us updated so we know what we can do better. Also, there's resources on there. There's ways to contact us if you want to be on the program. So take advantage of that. That's a great tool. So if you have a story to share, you can get in contact with us and we will be more than happy to have you on the program. Today, we're going to be talking about caregiver burnout. I know that this is something that doesn't really affect the uh, survivor completely, but it does in the end because if you have a caregiver that's burnt out, then you're going to probably be at odds with each other. And that's not good either for either one of you. So, Ashley, I feel like I'm going to be taking a lot of the spotlight here, but I'm going to kind of give a little bit of a summary to what's going
Okay,
on here. And then I'll kind of get your thoughts as we go along, if that's okay.
that works for me.
Okay. So the first thing that they are talking about is who a caregiver is. And if you don't know who a caregiver is, then you probably both have a brain injury. But what is caregiver burnout? Caregiver burnout is a state of physical, emotional, and mental exhaustion that can happen when you dedicate time and energy to manage the health and safety of someone else. Caregivers who experience burnout may feel tired, stressed, withdrawn, anxious, and depressed. Caregiver burnout can impact a person in various ways, including physical, psychological, financially, and socially. So they say all that to say this that basically it's going to mimic depression in a lot of ways. And you know that when you are like that, what's going to happen? You're going to be always exhausted. You're going to be withdrawn from your friends and your family and your loved ones. You're going to have loss of interest in activities, like especially things that you enjoy doing. You're going to feel hopeless and helpless. It can also have changes in your appetite and weight. If you're putting on a few extra pounds or losing weight, you're probably experiencing some of that burnout. And they can also affect your sleep patterns and it can make you unable to concentrate. And if you're typically a healthy person, you could also be more prone to sickness because your immune system is going to be compromised as well. And they're giving us some list of things of what does it feel like? What does caregiver burnout feel like? Anxiety and fear. Like if you do something wrong, it's going to harm yourself or your other or people that are around you. Anger and frustration. That is a big one. I know anybody that is a caregiver probably has several moments a day where you're angry and frustrated with someone, especially if you've told them a blue million times to do something for you and they keep forgetting. um, and then the negativity can cause you to be more negative. And if you're a person that's always positive and then you're being negative, that's going to bring you down. That's going to bring the people around you down. It's not going to be beneficial to you or to the person that you're caregiving for. What are your thoughts so far, Ashley?
it's definitely something that doesn't necessarily impact, the person with the traumatic brain injury. They might not even be aware, or they might be subtly aware if they're picking up on like nonverbal cues or verbal cues. But I was very fortunate to where I just needed somebody to take me to my medical appointments, but mine was a mild injury. People with more severe injuries definitely need like total care or partial care. And, you know, on top of doing that, other people usually who are caregivers have jobs and families, and it just becomes a lot, and it can be overwhelming and physically, emotionally, psychologically exhausting at times, and that leads to burnout.
Some of the ways that you can manage and treat caregiver burnout, according to the Cleveland Clinic, is to talk to a healthcare provider. Doesn't have to be your family doctor. It can be a counselor, psychologist, whatever, social worker. It doesn't matter as long as you're talking to somebody. Just having someone to validate your feelings and to say what's going on with you and how can I help. That goes a much longer way than just continuously spinning the wheels and not getting anywhere. They could suggest an antidepressant for you or something like that. And I know antidepressants are not for everyone because they do cause weight gain. And some medications just are not for everybody because I know some people just feel like zombies when they're on those. Make time for yourself. Just because you are caregiving for someone doesn't mean that you can't take time to caregive for yourself as well. Schedule yourself a spa day, go shopping, do something. If you have a person that requires constant around the clock treatment, um, just get with a friend, family member. I'm very sure that anyone that knows your situation will be more than happy to say, I can come sit with Joe Bob or Jane Smith for a couple of hours and you go take care of you. Don't be afraid to ask for help. We're only here on this earth for a very short time when you think about it. So I think you'll find that if you ask for help, more often than not, people are going to be so willing to say, sure, I'll be more than happy to do that. Other resources you can have is just support groups. I know sometimes they're hard to find. I am a member now of Hope Survives. I'm a ambassador. So if you go to hopesurvives.org, they have a lot of different virtual support groups for people that are just like you. Whether you need a support group for having a brain injury, they have support groups for caregivers and survivors together, so you can talk those problems out. Or if you're just a caregiver that just wants to talk with other caregivers, they have that available to you as well. So there are resources and there's hope. So just make sure you're taking care of you, because if a friend of mine always said, whenever you get on an airplane, that they say if the oxygen mask deploy, you put it on yourself first, because if you're not taking care of you, you can't take care of anybody else. That was good preaching. Ashley,
Very
your
true.
thoughts?
It just reminds me of our episode on spoon theory.
Yeah.
You run out of spoons, and then you're in the negative for spoons, or
Hmm.
there's no spoons, so you can't do anything else. So I think the spoon theory applies to caregivers too.
I absolutely have to agree with you on that. And I wish I'd have wrote this down so I could tell you who told me this, but a few days ago, someone said something to me about our episode on the spoon theory.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah, I'm going to go back and look through my messages because it
What
was
did
either
they say?
how helpful it was and how much
I'm so
sense
excited
it
to hear
made.
that.
Yeah, the next time someone compliments it, I'm going to write it down. Man, I wish I could remember, but I'll find it. If I don't find it, remind me. But yeah,
Okay.
someone just the other day, it could have, I don't know if it was a coworker or, you know what, it might have been. A coworker did reach out to me. I don't know who this person is from Adam, but they had watched the brain injury awareness talk that I gave, and they checked out our website, and they asked if they want to write a children's book. So they asked me to get me in touch with my publisher, and I said sure. And they said, by the way, I watched the Spoon Theory, and that made so much sense. Thank you. I'm like, oh, I got to tell Ashley. And then I totally forgot to tell Ashley.
My husband started using like running out of spoons or I'm out of spoons as well. So,
Well, see, you're making a difference, and if you can touch your husband, you're you're doing something right. And by the way, hi Zach. Did he go hide?
he's working.
Aw,
Yeah.
people who work. I tell you what, what's wrong with these people? They act like they have to have money to pay bills or something.
Well, we have a great bonus policy that we both like taking advantage of, but you know, with spoons I hit my limit, but
Totally understood. Totally
the
understood.
sky is unlimited for him. So,
Well, I wish my scout was unlimited. But you know what? I have so many friends now through the brain injury that I've met, and so many great support systems. I can't complain. And I got you. So thankful to have you. I don't.
I've got you.
I got you, babe.
You got me.
We became Sonny and Cher all of a sudden. But I am
What?
thankful for you, Ashley, because I don't tell you quite enough how much thankful I am for you. But I am. I
Oh,
couldn't.
I'm thankful for you
Well,
too.
thank you. I'll make the check to cash. I'm just kidding with you. It's great to have you.
Hashtag sugar baby. Just kidding.
There's probably about 6 or 7 people that's going to really find that funny that know that inside joke. I've said my piece, Ashley. Won't you send us home?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'm Ashley.
And I am, what's his name? See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Just re-inspired. This is me, my life rewired.